Hello everyone, Carmine from New York here. Today we are going to load the famous plastic reels. Now, these are not just the regular reels. I'm going to put a link below to where I buy these reels for 35 millimeter, which are also good. You click them, you expand them, and they're also good for 120 size film. If I could just get it together, and you lock it in, and there you go. That's for 120 size. Unlock. Now this is for 35 millimeter film. This is the direction of the film. It goes in this way, and you simply go like this, and it ratchets the film all the way down, and it goes around and around and around. And the way that happens are these ball bearings that grab the film and push it forward, like when you do this. Okay, so these are the two reels. Now it's very important to remember, if you're only going to develop one roll of film in a 2-reel tank, you have to put a blank reel on top, and that's to keep the reel that has the film submerged in the chemicals. Because if you don't, if you just put this in the tank like this, and as you agitate, there is a chance that the reel will slowly creep up and keep the film above the line of the chemicals in the tank. All right, let's go. All right, so now remember, we're in the total darkness, not a red light, not an orange light, complete total darkness. Okay. This is the film we're going to be developing today. It's a dummy roll. Remember, all my lights are on, so this is going to be ruined as soon as I open the canister. Very simple. With a metal film cassette, metal. Plastic ones are totally different. There's a different way to open the plastic ones. This is the metal, so you just pop it like a can of a bottle of beer, right? You just take it. Now remember, now this is in total darkness. There you go. Take it. Now this you discard. Okay. Now you pull out the film like this. This you discard. Now this is what it's going to feel like in your changing bag or in your darkroom. The leader, you have to get rid of it. Okay. So you take a scissor. Remember, now you're just going to feel it. All right. Cut the leader off. Okay, discard it. You don't want this to end up in the tank, because it will stick to film and you'll ruin perhaps up to 3 frames. All right, now, you're still not ready to load it. You see these very sharp corners? Okay, these very sharp corners will snag on the ribs of the reel. So in the dark, you'll get used to it. Use your finger as a guide. Get rid of the corners. Okay, you want it to look like this. Even if you could do a little bit better job by smoothing it out. All right, now those 2 little pieces, you don't want them going in the tank either. Make sure you discard it. All right, here we go. Take your reel. Remember, I'm going to put in the description below the reels and the tanks that I use. I'll show you where to buy them. I buy them. These are not gifts or sponsors. Okay, so now it's very easy in the dark to feel this lip. Take your film, push it in. All right, just go past the 2 ball bearings. Okay, you can let go. Okay, nothing's going to happen. And I like to use the right side and just ratchet. And there we go. Yeah, see? It's already gone halfway down. If you keep your eye on the sprockets, you'll see they move forward, but then when you come back, it stays. Forward, come back, it stays. And there you go. You can see all the way around. Let's do the whole roll of film. Nice and slow. There's no rush. In the 70s, when I was in photography school, we would have loved to have these type of loading reels. We had the steel ones, which were fine. It's good to know those too, but this is such a pleasure. This really takes the hassle out of loading film. Now, you got to the end, okay? Right there. That's the end. Don't pull this. Don't think you could just rip it off, all right? Because you have a chance of pulling the film out of the reel that you just loaded. All right, so in the dark, right, you take your scissor, you cut it, make sure you dispose of that. Now you can't leave it like that. Give it a few more turns. Done. And there you have your whole roll of film is loaded. See, nothing is, they're not touching. Like in the old days, if one loop of film touched another loop of film, they would stick together like glue and you ruin those frames. Okay, next step, you take your spindle. The reel that has the film must go in first. Then, like I said, you could have you can develop 2 rolls of film at a time. All right, but if you're only doing one, you must put the blank one in to prevent this one from coming up out of the chemicals. Take your tank. This is your tank. Put it in your tank. Okay, now you're in there. This is a light-proof tank. Okay, put the spindle in there like this. It has, oh, this has a nice rubber gasket to keep it from leaking. Okay, you put this on like this, nice and tight. Okay, then you take the lid, okay, and that goes on like that. Now, this lid, by the way, only keeps the chemicals from pouring out when you're doing your inversions, okay? It's light at this point. Once you have your film in here, tighten on the cover, you're good. You could take this out, put the lights on, and this is completely light proof. This cover only keeps the chemicals from pouring out when you do your inversions like this. Okay, so then you do your developing, right? You lift this off, you pour out your developer, then you would put in your stop, and then you would dump it, and then you would put in your fixer, and you would dump it, and then you can open it at that point. Once the fixer is done for the right amount of time, you can open it up. And I like to take this out, rinse this out with water. You could put it back in, and you can have water. You got actually at that point, remove that one. Just keep the one in there that has the film, and you can put it under the faucet and let it run minimum 15 minutes, dumping it every 30 seconds. Okay? If you don't wash the film for 15 minutes, believe it or not, the chemicals, especially the fixer, which is in each little sprocket, hiding in each corner, eventually, after your film dries and after you put it away, will creep out and you won't have archival quality negatives. Okay? So, once you're done, right, and it's washed, and you put your photo flow, which is a wetting agent. How do you get your film out? Okay, remember now, these are all developed. You take it, give it a twist one side forward, unlock it, and you just lift this up like this. Okay, you gently take your film. Now it's all developed. It won't be this tight because the chemicals will soften it up and it'll just hang nice and loose, right? Only touch the film on the edges, right? And then you would hang it up, put a clip on the top, a clip on the bottom, and dry your film. I like to dry it minimum overnight. Then you cut it in 6 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. Put them in an envelope, and then you're ready for scanning or enlarging in an enlarger. This has been Carmine from New York saying Go develop some film.